Hello Rifters, Cymatic Bruce here with another video, this time another indie showcase. So what I'm going to do is go through a few games. I did play them on stream a few nights ago, but I do want to highlight them on YouTube anyway. So here we go. First, I want to give the Heli a shot. There's a new version that just released that is compatible with the Razer Hydra that adds position tracking. So we're going to go ahead and start that right up. Let me set this resolution to what it possibly be. Beautiful, windowed, fantastic. So we'll start that right off, and that should work out perfectly fine. And great, excellent. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Hydra, left Hydra, and it's like it's already working, which is good. And I'm gonna go ahead and put that down my shirt. Seems kind of weird, but it works out pretty good that way. All right, and then now that I've got that, I'm gonna go ahead and put the Hydra down, or the Rift. I'm sorry. And here we go. All right, so I'm gonna shove this a little bit to the side and use the base a little bit. Excellent. Oh, that is freaking awesome. Grab my Xbox controller. Sweet. So I can look around. If I put my body in the same position as this guy, that feels really awesome, really cool. And what I have position tracking. So I can go ahead and lean to the side and look out of the helicopter. I can lean over here, over this seat, which is crazy. I can actually boost up in my chair. It feels like I'm going to hit my head on the frame. I can sink down a little if I want to. One thing it doesn't seem to do is the forward-backward motion. That doesn't seem to be there, so I'm not getting any closer to the instrument panel. But that's cool. Speaking of the instrument panel, it looks a little clearer than it does before, and I believe these dials actually work. So let's go ahead and take off a little bit. And let me... Yeah, those dials are working. Oh, that's amazing. Alright, so I've gotten a little altitude here, moving forward. The left analog stick moves you forward, pulls you back, and then kind of turns your copter, which is neat. And the right analog stick doesn't seem to do anything. It's the left trigger that gets you more altitude, and the right trigger that brings you down, that sinks you, which is awesome. So here we go. Alright, I got the Hydra sinking down a little bit, so that's wild. Alright. Excellent. I'm gonna need a way to secure the Hydra to my person. I'm gonna put the wire under my leg here. Yeah! Alright, here we go. That's awesome. Alright, in the middle of the stage, there is a random missile that seems to be rotating around a crate, supply crate. Nice. So I'm just going to get over the supply crate here and sink down. Supply crate, guys. Here we go. I have no idea. Did I even hit it? Did I go through it? Did I miss it totally? Am I sinking into a tree? Because that's awesome. Alright, nice. Board. Supply crate for the win. Nice. Alright, looks like some surface-to-air missiles there. So I've got some good altitude. Can peek out. That is freaking awesome. And let me find a helipad to land on. I think there's one right over there. I can barely see it in the distance. So there we go. On like a serious dive right here. This is so amazing. Alright, awesome. So one of the great things about leaning out the side of the copter is that, one, you feel like you're freaking just hanging outside of a helicopter, which is great. Let me see if I can back this puppy up here. And we're going to lower ourselves a little bit. There we go. And it makes it a little bit easier to land when you can actually move your view to kind of see outside of your copter, which is neat. Alright, let's go ahead and do that here. Nice. Oh, too far. There we go. Let's bring her down easy. There we go. And awesome. Smooth landing. Sweet. That is freaking awesome. The positional tracking added to this just upped it up even more. I mean, it was already a great demo before, but now it's on a whole nother level, which is amazing. Awesome stuff. Alright. Excellent. Let's move on to the next. So that was by Grin Games, by the way. Grin. Well, definitely check them out. Alright. Next demo we have going on here was made by a guy, Ryan Evans. Really awesome effort that he has going on here with a space shooting sim type deal, which is so good. Some of these Unity games, like, they boot up and I do the window thing and they don't like that, so I move the screen around. Thank you, Ryan, for pulling me into that, and that is fantastic. So I'm trying to center this here, get it just right. Excellent. And first law, test build, 00. I'm able to look here and look to the left and see all of the awesomeness as far as the controls in the game. I really love starting a game this way, where everything's like really big, huge, in your face. You can read it very clearly. It's like starting in the Matrix when you just have this expanse of white. That's cool. Pull the right trigger, it fades out and then fades in. I love this. That's a great way to transition a player, in my opinion. And here we go. I'm looking at a cockpit, and I think an important point to be made in all of the VR experiences I've tried is that the consistency of the art style, the consistency of the universe is more important than photorealism. These graphics are simple and straightforward and not super heavily detailed, but they're consistent and it's clear. I can clearly read the screen right there that I'm pointing at, although I don't know what I'm pointing at in real life. And but I mean, it looks fantastic. The universe looks fantastic, which is great. In here, it does look a little bit on the big side. I mean, I'm kind of a tall guy, but still, I turn around and this seat looks a bit taller than me still. So I feel a little bit like Anakin Skywalker in the spaceship, where the cockpit is a little too big for him, but that could depend on the size of the person, or maybe this pilot's just a bit short, which is kind of cool too. Alright, so I can use the left analog stick to basically rotate my ship, have my pitch and my yaw there, and you want to go easy on the stick your first time, because if you go full force, you will spin. It will take you around. Well, the right analog stick is for, if you move it from side to side, from right to left, you'll get some roll there, and then if you move it up and down, well, that controls your throttle. You can clearly see your reading out here for your throttle there. I think the left bar is the boosters, the right bar is how fast you're actually going, if I'm not mistaken. And do a barrel roll. Do a barrel roll! So great. One of the awesome things about space, I mean, this outside the ship, it seems so expansive, and you can hardly tell how far away something is. Like, it looks like it's close, but look how long that missile took to get there. Did it even hit? Gosh, see, it's like that. It's so crazy. Like, you wouldn't think that's that big, and then you're right on top of it, and you're like, well, holy crap. And then we'll do the whole. Oh, nice. Go ahead and slingshot around this here. Awesome. So this feels fantastic. Having a kind of a frame of reference with the cockpit and just flying around. Let's bring in some enemies. Press the A button, spawn an enemy, use the bumpers to target that enemy, and this is an excellent gameplay mechanic where you actually have to look around and look around your car, haha, and you can see an enemy there. I have no idea if I got hit. Oh! Bastard. Ah, come back. Where is he? There we go. Oh gosh. Where'd he go? Where are you? Did I destroy him somehow? No way. Yeah, I got him. Pressing the bumpers and I have no one. So As you can see, it's fantastic. Like, I'm looking all over the place while I'm turning my ship, and I feel great. This is so addicting. Like, I really just don't want to come out. Like, the first time I played this, I just didn't want to come out. The stream was laughing their heads off at me because I didn't even spawn an enemy. I just flew around and marveled at everything. This is a really compelling demo. Even at this level, even with these simple graphics and simple interface, it is really, really compelling. Fantastic job, Ryan, dude. This is amazing. Cool. So we're going to go out of that a little bit of time. So I'm going to do one last peek at another indie effort, which is cool. This one by Zwickarr, or Zwickarr, a poster on the Oculus dev forums. Really awesome. And his project is called Planet 1, and it is really, really awesome. So basically, Planet 1, you are on this planet. Let me move this around. The colors are all funny. Ah, there we go. Yeah, it doesn't like, Unity doesn't like windowed. Alright, very good. So again, I am here, and I can look down. This is like a rear view of my spaceship. And oh, dang, that always gets me. Just the sheer scale of that huge sphere. It's like you're on this planet. All these things are floating. It's like an alien planet here. And you just see this huge structure, this huge sphere, and it looks so mysterious and so eerie. It is wild. So I have my left analog stick. I push it up and down, and that does my pitch, which is awesome. Left and right, I'm able to turn my ship, so I got some yaw. Right analog stick, I am able to ascend by pressing up, descend by pressing down. Uh-oh. It's like I'm losing some control here. And with the triggers, I'm able to press the right trigger to get some velocity, get some throttle here. And this is pretty awesome. Just going around this planet, it is great to see all of these particles like zooming past you, and this just a humongous, like, ridiculous structure. Alright, so what if you want to take a closer look at this crazy, humongous, ridiculous structure? Well, you press the X button. That drops a rover below your ship, and you can go ahead and I'm going to turn that around so you can get a view of the actual ship we were in. Oh, that's awesome. That's so awesome to be able to look like, oh, I want to move forward now after playing Heli. So you can see that my ship is just kind of hanging on, just chilling there. That's awesome. And I'm in this rover. I can look around and look behind me. Looks like I have stuff in some room in the back to put some stuff, which is cool. Maybe another passenger on the side. Sweet. This is still not close enough. I need to get closer. Let me press Y. I've now faded in, faded out, or faded out, faded in rather, and I am now on foot. I am looking at the rover I was just in, and there's a flashlight attached to my head, and another structure is right there in the distance. The draw distance on this is amazing. It does so much for the immersion where it just keeps going. The horizon just keeps going. I feel like it's somewhere else. The 3D is great. The sense of depth and scale is fantastic. Like how now I feel like, oh, this rover is actually tall. It's about maybe 8 feet tall, 10 feet to get in that thing. And I'm looking at this structure. That lighting effect is just phenomenal. This is crazy. Like this is a moment where I feel like maybe some more epic music should be playing right now because I feel like I'm discovering something that no one else has. Oh, that's interesting. Captain's log 4306. I've landed on the foreign planet and I have no idea what's going on. It seems that this giant spherical structure was an alien invasion. I've never seen a construction like this. It seems to absorb light. I'm not able to get any reflection at all. Adding a narrative to this, it's already epic, but adding sound and a narrative to this would just be amazing. It's already kind of mind-blowing. Again, even with things being simple and in this alpha stage, it's really fantastic, really impressive. So yeah, that's a trio of really awesome efforts. I'm so thrilled with the state of things right now. We are still so early. Development kits have been out at large pretty much for a few weeks, and we're already at the stage when we have really compelling experiences, and that is terribly, terribly exciting. Zwickarr, good job. Ryan Evans, great stuff. Grin Games, awesome. I can't wait to see where these go and how these develop with time. These demos just keep getting better. Amazing. All right. Well, that'll do it for this installment of Indie Showcase. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your subscriptions. And I'm going to sign off until the next VR experiment.